And there we go, we're live. There we go, apologies about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome back to the Sunday football review for round 21 of the NRL. Goodness gracious me. Sunday football definitely did not deliver, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Definitely did not deliver. That was a poor Sunday. I guess we kind of expected some of the results, but there was one surprise. That you're always going to get a surprise on Sunday. So, 3 games of football today. Panthers 46, Dragons 10 down there at Wollongong. Titans 21, Dolphins 14 up there at Suncorp Stadium. And the Raiders 32, the Rabbitohs 12 down there in Canberra. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hello to the live chat. Jason, Luke, Will, everyone that's tuning in. We're just going to be on here for a bit of a quick recap. Won't be on here for too long tonight. There isn't a whole lot to really go over, man. Goodness me. Sunday football wasn't good. Tipping wise, I believe I got 5 from 8. The teams that I got wrong, I got the Broncos wrong, Manly wrong, and the Dolphins. Got everything else right, but so not a bad round for me. Like, not bad at all. 4 did pretty well this weekend. Tipping wise, first game, man. Wow, Penrith. Can't say I'm shocked by this result. 46-10 over the Dragons. Down there at the Gong. Panthers had all their origin stars back. Obviously, no Dylan Edwards. Not that it mattered. Panthers were just clinical from the get-go, man. Nathan Cleary had a hat-trick. Casey McLean had a try. Liam Martin had 1. Scott Sorensen had 1. Trent Tulau had 1. Lindsay Smith had 1 as well. Just very dominant from the get-go, man. The Dragons made a big decision during the week to drop Tyrell Sloan, and it backfired, man. They gotta keep Sloan at fullback long term if the Dragons are gonna do anything, man. I know people bag his defense, but the kid's the only spike of attack that they really have in that spine, man. Little tries hard, but not really an attacking threat as much. You got Flanagan, who doesn't do anything special. Ben Hunt's kicking game today was just dreadful. And fair guy who played fullback didn't do well. Obviously, he went off with a HIA. Lomax went to fullback, and they looked even more lost. So, they got to bring Sloan back in next week. They got the Storm down there in Melbourne. We all expect the Storm to win that one. But the Dragons, well, they'll need to make a couple of changes and a couple of adjustments if they're going to be any chance. But the Dragons are the type of team next week to go down to Melbourne and actually give them a game. Like, I'd be surprised if the Dragons won, but I expect the Dragons to be a lot better next week. Like, I just have to be. But yeah, not much more to say on this game. Penrith were just way too good, man. Nathan Cleary was easily my player of the game, and it was just the Nathan Cleary masterclass, man. Panthers too good for the Saints there, 46-10. Dolphins versus Titans. Titans 21, Dolphins 14. Dolphins led 14-0. And they got run down. This was a weird old game, man. The last week when Titans played Manly, Titans led 8-0. And then got beat 38-8, I think the score was. This week, Titans did the goddamn opposite. Dolphins got the 14-0. Titans fought back and they got it. They got a win, 21-14. Now, I don't want to be a little bit over dramatic here because teams are going to lose games, but I just want to say this is a massive concern for the Dolphins. I'm telling you, this is a really, really big concern. The reason I say it's a really big concern is because the Dolphins are trying to cement themselves. They're They're trying to cement themselves inside the top 8. And honestly, to lose today, man, that's big. That is really, really big. Sorry, guys, we just got a troll in the chat. Don't worry about that. For the Dolphins to lose today, like, I'm not saying that they're going to miss the 8. I think they'll be there. I think they'll make the 8. But, you can't be losing to these type of teams, man. The Gold Coast are not having a great season. They're outside the top 8. They're going to miss the top 8. You can't be losing these type of games, man. It's disappointing. It really is. The part that would be really upsetting for the Dolphins is to go out to a 14-0 lead and get run down like that, 21-14. Really poor, man. But I don't think the Dolphins are the type of team to panic. I think Wayne will sort out the issues that went wrong today, and the Dolphins will be fine. But that's a poor loss today, man. To lose that, that's not good enough. Gold Coast played well in the second half. They really did. But just to let that game sort of slip the way it did was disappointing, man. Obviously, tries in this game. Brian Kelly got one. Cam Pereira got a double. And Cleese Haas got one off a kick. And for the Dolphins, obviously, first try of the game was Tavita Pangai Jr. of all people. And Jesse Bromwich got one, which was extremely rare. But Gold Coast get it done, man. 21-14. And their focus will now be on the Broncos next week. So, another big game there. Player of the game for me, I'm going to go with the young fullback, Keanu Kinney. He's my player of the game. I thought he was excellent. And the final game, an absolute snooze fest, this was a disappointing game of footy, man. I was hoping for a better game, and yeah, we didn't get it. We just didn't get it. Canberra Raiders 32, South Sydney Rabbitohs 12. This was a shit game. All due respect, it wasn't a great game of football. For the Raiders, Rapana had a double. Savage got one on the wing. Sebastian Chris got a try for the first time in a little while. And Ata Mirota got one as well. And for the Rabbitohs, Milne got one. Walker got one, which was controversial, but it made no difference to the result. And Tallis Duncan got one in the 60th minute. Souths are gone. They can't make the 8 now, man. You look at their run home and you look at who they got out. Souths had no chance of making the 8 now. That's their season, well and truly finished. They were terrible, man. Obviously, they did lose Alex Johnson to a suspected Achilles, so I hope Alex Johnson is okay, but he'll be out for the rest of the season, and he'll probably miss the start of next year as well. So that's a shame, man. That is a shame. Now you look at the ladder. Souths are third last, and they're 2 wins from the 8, but they're 4 and against this minus 110. They're no chance of making the 8. No chance of making the 8. So disappointing stuff there for the Rabbitohs. I thought they'd be a lot better this season, but they're not. They're just shocking at the moment. A lot of injuries, a lot of dramas. Mathematically, they might be a chance, but they have to win every game and pray that they have some results go their way. They're no chance of making the 8, man. They're no chance. They're absolutely no chance. They're gone now. So disappointing stuff there from South Sydney. Dragons falling against this shit too. Yes, but they're 2 games ahead of South, bro. That's the difference. Say the Dolphins lose to the Roosters Friday night. Say the Bulldogs beat the Raiders. If the Dragons can somehow cause an upset miracle against Melbourne, Dragons would actually be in the 8. Which would just crazy, but I don't see that scenario taking place. But look, Canberra were good, but I don't think they were great. Their second half was ordinary, man. They scored that try through Morotta. Yeah, it was a really ordinary game. Really ordinary game from Canberra. First half is where they got it done. But their second half was just absolute. Yeah, the entire second half of that Canberra South game was quite hard to watch. Quite painful. But Raiders, they just got to keep winning, man. I think they're equal 8th now. Yep, they are. They're on 24 points. So if the Dolphins lose to the Roosters in Perth on Friday night and the Raiders win against the Dogs, Raiders will actually go into the 8, which is quite interesting. They can't overtake Manly because Manly got the bye, and they can't overtake the Cowboys because the Cowboys have got a better for and against, and so do the Dogs. So Canberra can't even overtake anyone really except the Dolphins if they happen to lose Friday night. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But player of the game, look, I'm just going to be completely honest with you and say, oh, look, I'll give it to Fogarty. I thought his kicking game was outstanding, and I thought he had a really good game tonight. So I'll go Fogarty, player of the game. But you could really choose anyone that was going hard. So I'll give Fogarty the player of the game. But guys, that's where the review's going to come to an end. Just a little bit of a quick recap of Sunday football. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Do all that good stuff, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the round 22 tips. See yous in the next